Well, hello. Hey, it's Tabitha. Today I want to come to you and talk to you quickly about something that's been on my mind, on my heart, and it happened. For those of you who know me, first, I'm Tabitha Pittman. I am the host of Show Up with Tabitha, Uplifting All Nations. I am also the podcast host of Magnetic Woman Coaching and TNT. I'm a co-host on there. But today I'm coming to you as an author, I'm coming to you as a sister and friend, and I'm coming to you in the name of love. Okay, so this is a topic that I believe applies to all of us. Everyone wants and desires to be loved. And so today I just want to talk to you a bit about love. So, what does that look like? Okay, I'm so glad you asked. Love, okay? So, I got a call today from a dear friend, and a person called her and gave her this awesome knowledge regarding men and women communicating. And so I said, that's often a point of contention for couples, right? And so what I know is this: men have twice as many saliva glands as women, and yet women seem to talk more than men. I said, that's really interesting. And I guess it kind of boils down to the concept of men are from Mars, women are from Venus, right? So we know the age-old book from way back when. We know all the different love languages, right? And the books pertaining to that. But when we start talking about how to communicate in a relationship, if one person is speaking Chinese and the other is speaking English, how do we overcome that barrier? Well, you've got to know the language. You've got to maybe even be willing to practice what I call a hush mouth ministry. What does a hush mouth ministry look like to you? Well, a hush mouth ministry can simply be that you are learning to take a silent or bow, right? To take a knee in the situation. Maybe even just to step back and say, let me just see what he is talking about. Let me see what she is trying to communicate to me. And even really maybe taking notes and discerning that person's communication style. I often encourage couples to pass the baton, and when one person is holding it, the other person is not. And I know sometimes some people may say, well, Tabitha, that doesn't really lead to a conversation, or doesn't really lead to an open or free-flowing dialogue. But sometimes in the midst of an argument or things of that nature, it does just that. It allows one person to speak, the other person to listen, right? But it also prohibits any disrespect, right? Because you have to take time when you're listening. You have to sit there and maybe really pay attention, right, to what the other person is saying. In addition to that, one of the things that I've recently come up against is the rebuttal. The rebuttal is a big deal. Why is the rebuttal a big deal? Well, here it is. The rebuttal is something that you may be quietly listening, but you are thinking of how you can combat or respond before the other communicator even finishes. So we really want to work on not saying and doing those types of things, right? We want to make sure that we are quiet and we're also paying attention with our mind and our spirit as well as our ears, right? So that we get the fullness of what our partner is trying to communicate to us. This is going to be critical, and that way, again, nobody feels disrespected. And then when your partner is listening to you, if you're the woman, now you are feeling more secure and valued, right? And we know that one of the top things for men is honor and respect. And one of the top things for women is the love and security, right? So we want to make sure both parties are being satisfied, even in our communication style and what we're hearing and saying from them. So this is going to be critical in this piece of the relationship. Communication really undergirds a lot of things. I know statistics often say that finances are a big deal in the reason why marriages break up. But I I believe that at the core of that, if we're really getting down and drilling to the root of it, is communication. We must be savvy in communicating. And for those of you who've heard me once or twice before, you know I'm big on emotional intelligence. And again, I'd like to just reiterate that the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence are self-awareness, self-management, relationship or social awareness, and then relationship management, right? So we have all of these pieces, but undergirding those is communication, right? Communication is kind of like the rubber band that touches all of them. So if you're communicating with yourself, you've got to be open and honest. Okay, you know what? I really need to do X, Y. I really need to practice being quiet. I really need to practice listening attentively, you know, and then that actually helps you to even maintain and manage your own emotions, because now you can say, okay, hey, I really felt this way when he said that. And I need to find a way to maybe bring that to his attention because it makes me feel stressed, or it makes me feel anxious, or it hurts my feelings when he says XYZ like ABC. So we really have to get in touch with that. That's the communication, right? Communicating with self. And now once you are clear about who you are, clear about your worth in your own eyes, right? Now you can communicate that to someone else. This is vital for a successful and growing relationship. And so I wanted to just come and say that. I wanted to come and let you know that, yes, you can have 2 different styles of communication. It may call for you to acquiesce sometimes and say, let me learn his language. Let me learn his love language. Let me give him what he needs. And vice versa. If you're a man listening, it may be the opposite. Let me learn what she needs. Let me hear her heart and not just her words, right? But this all comes in earning and learning your spouse, your partner, so that you know what they need and you're giving them all of that, right? And to the fullest, right? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that everything is going to be peaches and cream and there's never going to be arguments, but when you are geared, right? When you're fully equipped with the piece of you, right? You have this armor that says, I'm going to be emotionally intelligent and I'm going to communicate with wisdom. I'm going to communicate with my heart with open and honest feedback as to how I felt, not just to the other person, but how I felt in my own heart, right? How that made me feel. So I believe that these tools are going to catapult you to success in your relationship. Hey, if you have been watching, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell so that whenever I go live, you can be here to glean from the knowledge that I am receiving and putting together just for you. So again, please like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about this channel, which you follow me on YouTube. It is Coach Tabatha Inspires. So tell somebody about this channel. Tell somebody about the awesome relationship nuggets that I'll be providing here. And yeah, again, share. You can also follow me on Instagram at that's _Tabatha, TABATHA _Pittman, PITTMAN. Follow me over there where I do these awesome posts, and often I'll have a little blurb underneath for you to read and be encouraged. And that's kind of my thing, right? I encourage people. If you would like to purchase my books, please go out to Amazon and put in my name, Tabatha Pittman, TABATHA Pittman, PITTMAN, and all of my books and resources are there. I have a workbook on women and emotional intelligence, and looking at that from a biblical perspective. And I promise it will really bring some things to the forefront for you and help you to work through your own emotional intelligence, which again is going to equip you to be a better wife, a better mom, better in all of your relationships, right? Because relationships are not just love relationships, but they are also spousal, they're, family relationships, parental relationships, as well as work and career relationships. So again, I hope that something I've said has blessed you today. Have a wonderful day. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tabatha Pittman.